Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Halloween Night. So, Halloween Night is basically uh, a cheap Halloween ripoff from 2006. And I pretty much knew that going in. I knew what I was getting into, but I've seen this movie on streaming for the past couple of years, and I've just been curious to check it out. And I was looking for something short. I'm kind of like rushed today. I got like an event I'm going to later, so I didn't want to like do a super in-depth review. I didn't want to watch like a movie. Like to be honest, I didn't want to watch a movie that I really uh, like cared about last night because I knew I wanted to just do like a short review today. So I was like, let me just watch Halloween Night. It's got Halloween in the title. It, I've been curious about it, and maybe it'll be fun to talk about. So yeah, I checked out Halloween Night, and I mean, it's pretty bad. That was expected. I know it sounds crazy, like you watched it and you knew it was gonna be bad. I sometimes I just watch stuff because I think it'll be fun to talk about on the channel, or I just have this morbid curiosity for some movies where I'm like, I'll just like look it up and I'll see some pictures and I'm like, I just gotta check this out at least once. I don't know, I'm curious. But yeah, my curiosity always comes back to bite me because I like never watch good movies on this channel. But anyways, that's my style. That's my whole like niche, I guess, is just you know reviewing movies that other people don't talk about, and kind of like some people, it's like some of these movies are easy targets where people just totally hate on the movie. I try to give kind of you know kind of like cheaper movies like an honest review, like kind of like a review that a big name YouTuber with 1 million subscribers would give to the new $80 million movie. I try to give like cheap movies like an honest review and a fair chance. So that's my thing. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's my main goal right now. So yeah, we watched this Halloween ripoff, Halloween Night, and it was not good. Uh, but yeah, so I'm gonna get into the little plot summary. So the movie starts off. You have this young boy. He witnesses his mother being killed by these thugs, and uh, shortly after, he witnesses his father dying in front of him. And during this excursion, one of the bullets hits this. I believe it's like a pipe with like steam comes out of it or something, and it whatever comes out of it, it's hot and it burns this kid all up. His entire body is burned, third-degree burns. He's extra crispy, and he's traumatized. He witnessed both of his parents die in front of him. He's disfigured, and the movie, jumps forward to the present day. He's an adult now. He's staying at this mental hospital, and some of the workers at the mental hospital are making fun of him. So he's not having that. Here's the thing: you don't make fun of someone who's like seen some stuff like that. It's like the same sentiment of like, if there's some crazy person in your class or some crazy person at your work and they're like antisocial, and you think they might go postal, you got to be very nice to them. You got to befriend them immediately just in case something goes down. They'll spare you. So these workers at the mental hospital, stupid. You don't make fun of the crazy person. Like, are you dumb? Like, I like living. So like you wouldn't catch me doing that. I would be super nice to that guy. I would be like, do you need anything? How can I help you? How's your day going? So anyways, these stupid dummies start making fun of the main killer, and of course he murks him right away, and he escapes. And while while at the same time that the main killer has escaped, there are these young people. I believe they're college students, and they're throwing this Halloween party. The killer, he steals a costume, steals a car, and he goes to the Halloween party, which we figure out later is actually his childhood home, and he is just killing all these young people. So that is the basic plot summary. So I'm gonna, like I said, it's easy. It's easy to just rip on these movies. I'm gonna go into my likes first. I'm gonna be a nice guy. I mean, it's easy to just rant and rave. All these cats on YouTube, they just rant and rave about it's like that's too easy. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to be like the everyman reviewer and review like grimy, crusty movies, because I'm a grimy, crusty dude, so that's how I roll. So anyways, jumping into likes first, because I don't want to just totally hate on this movie. There actually was some stuff that I liked. So first things first, I really liked the mask that the killer was wearing. So like I said, early on, the killer, he confronts this guy there's this guy who's going to the party, and he stops in this bathroom at like a gas station or something to change into his costume. The killer is in there. He kills him, steals his costume, and the costume is, I think it's supposed to be like a medieval executioner costume. It's like this leather mask and kind of like a black cloak. The actual costume I don't care as much about, but I thought the mask was really cool. So I really liked the mask that the killer was wearing, and then that the character who was initially going to wear this executioner costume, he had all these actual weapons to go with the costume to use as props. So he had like medieval axes and swords, and the killer just steals them and utilizes them throughout the movie. So I really like that he was killing people with all these medieval axes and these medieval swords. That was great. There was a decent variety of kills, but there was definitely a good variety of weapons that were used for the kills. So I like that, and it's cool. Like they were, like all these medieval weapons. Like he's killing people with swords. You don't see that. Like in most slashers, it's like they just have like a knife. They have a needle, whatever, what have you. But he's murking fools with swords and axes. It's awesome. And then so when the killer, this is another thing that I like. The killer was driving, but he didn't know how to drive. So like I said, that one gentleman ducked into the bathroom. He was initially going to the party, and he was driving with, I believe it was his girlfriend, and then the killer killed him, of course, stole his costume. So then the killer came out and he started driving that guy's car, and he was terrible at driving. Like he barely knew how to drive. He was like stop and go, going slow, going fast. And I like that because this is a Halloween ripoff, and in the first Halloween, the 1978 classic, Michael Myers can just drive extremely well, and he's never driven a car in his life, which it doesn't make any sense. In this movie, the guy has, he was locked up in this mental hospital, so he's probably never driven a car before. So once he is in a situation where he has to drive a car, he sucks at it. So I like that. I thought that was pretty cool, because it's like a Halloween ripoff, but I like how it took something from the original Halloween, but kind of changed it a little bit and gave it like a nice realistic update. So that was cool. I'm gonna shout out a couple kills that I liked. So there was I keep talking about this guy, the guy that got his costume stolen. He gets this blade. We see it poke out the back of his head, and then you see a front view of the blade it's like stuck in his mouth. That was pretty cool. And then there's also this kill where this girl gets her, she's like she's like taking a bath, and she gets her throat slit, and the bathtub just fills up with blood. The throat slit didn't look great. Like, a lot of the effects in this movie didn't look great, except that one kill that I just mentioned. That one actually looked pretty good, but like, the actual throat slit didn't look great. It's not, there's a lot better throat slits, but I just like how she's in the bathroom, and I mean in the bathtub, and the bathtub just fills up with blood and becomes bright red. That was pretty darn cool. Uh, there was this sex scene that had really, like, the girl in the sex scene. She was just like a really bad actress, and she was moaning, and her moaning sounded absolutely comical. It was so it was hilarious. I can't really recreate it, but she sounded like a weirdo, and it was fantastic. So I liked that sex scene because this girl was just moaning really weird, and I was actually laughing out loud because it sounded that strange. So I like that. Now I'm jumping into, this is like a random point, and then I'm gonna jump into my dislikes. I mean, this is pretty much a dislike, but okay, I'm just gonna jump into it. So, like I said, the killer is wearing a mask for a lot of the movie, but a lot of the movie, or some of the movie, he is not wearing a mask, and like I said, he's supposed to be all burned and disfigured. This fool had the absolute worst burn makeup ever. Like, he's just wearing a mask. It's clearly a mask. Like, the teeth are fixed. He can't move his mouth, and then when you see close-ups, you'll see like the rubber like wrinkling. Like, it's clearly just it's just a mask. It's like, it's so funny. It's the most poorly executed burn makeup ever. I mean, you could get a movie from way, 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 way back in the day, and they're gonna have better burn makeup than this. It was funny that, like, it was clearly just a mask. It looked pretty goofy. So yeah, the killer in this, when he was unmasked, looked so funny. This fool was looking goofy. He was just wearing a Halloween mask pretty much. So I thought that was pretty darn funny. And now that was kind of a random point. Now I'm gonna jump into my dislikes, and I'm gonna be short and sweet with my dislikes because I don't have anything unique to say with my dislikes. My dislikes are just what you would expect watching a movie like this. It's a generic. It's a super generic movie. It's bland. It's boring. The acting is terrible, and every character is a throwaway character. I don't care about them. They're not memorable. They're not interesting. It's just the movie is generic. It's bland. It's pretty much what you would expect from some direct to DVD, low budget Halloween ripoff. So yeah, I mean, the dislikes are, like I said, I've said this 20 times already. I'm a broken record. The dislikes are what you expect, but the dislikes significantly overshadow the likes. They significantly outweigh the likes. Like, there was like a couple things I liked here and there, but overall, the movie, it was just not entertaining, hard to get through, very boring, very generic. So now I'm going to jump into my recommendation, and then I'm going to piece the heck out. So, I mean, I would not recommend this movie. It's just a generic Halloween ripoff that's not that good. There's like I said, there's some stuff. There's like a couple instances of, you know, so bad it's good stuff. There's some, you know, like a cool costume, some cool weapons. A couple of the kills are okay, but yeah, don't be like me. Don't watch this movie. Don't waste 85 minutes of your life that you'll never get back. Don't watch it. Never watch it. Watch anything else. I mean, there you go. That's my recommendation. So that has been my recommendation, and that has been my review of Halloween Night. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.